Eating Things, and you're watching Less Than Rhetorical, and today we're talking about the bottom floor of the kitchen site in Kafe and the easy way to attack this site. If you're watching this on Twitch, you've probably seen me record this video like a dozen times now, and I'm recording it for YouTube. But the reason why I've recorded it a dozen times is because actually during the recording process of this video, I have changed my view of how to attack this site even further. And I thought I had a pretty solid plan, but after kind of exploring it and seeing, I have changed my mind. So a lot of credit to A. Littleton and his video on Nomad. I really liked his Nomad strat for attacking the upstairs and pushing down. A lot of people will attack either the bakery side, try to open up this wall right here, try to get a plant down somewhere over here, maybe behind the bomb chassis right here. Or they'll open up the freezer side, try to push in from freezer, and eventually get a plant down, maybe behind the bomb chassis right here. Or some people maybe come over here and tuck into Kafe or the bunker and get a plant down here. But A. Littleton suggested this and sometime back, and since then I have really enjoyed attacking kitchen from above. And basically you attack from above, you drop the hatch, and you're eventually going to come and plant right here. That is the basic strat, the easy strat. But we can make it so much more complicated and yet also so much better just by adding pieces together on it. I've already set the site up, as you can see. Everywhere I've got punch holes or reinforcements. So if you don't know this setup, reinforce these two walls here, reinforce this wall here. If you want, this is optional. You could reinforce this wall, but you could also open this wall and play. You could extend out into coat check, which I highly recommend. It is a power position. You just would move this reinforcement that's here over to that wall over there if you were going to do that. You open up this wall here. You can even put a rotate here, crouching rotate, but make sure to reinforce this wall back over here for the roam. Reinforce the two freezer walls and the hatch, and then like I said, you can play over here, get nice angles on the prep door. You can play for this bakery here, but the last reinforcement, this small bakery here, the last reinforcement goes right here on this wall to protect the player in bakery, who's usually like a Wamai with Wamai discs scattered around, or a Jaeger. And what he is going to do is play here and protect this area and eventually fall back into prep. Kind of hold right here, and you can see through the feet holes that you make here with this reinforcement here, you're going to be able to kind of play off of these feet holes, see when people push in, free fire, maybe get a pick, pull back again into the rice area of the map. This is rice because of these rice bags. All right, so that's the basic setup. This guy over here kind of plays his whole life there. You might have somebody positioned in here. If you're not going to play out on red, if you're not going to have a presence out there, you could have a roamer over on VIP side. But if you're not going to have anybody on this side, then I'd reinforce this wall and I'd play someone inside here. So you could have someone playing like this position here. I'm giving you these ideas here of where people might be, where they might be positioned, because we have to worry about them if we're going to take above and we're going to drop this hatch and we're going to plant. We have to know somebody could be in bunker and that could wreck our whole plan. So, what is the plan? Well, as suggested by A. Littleton, Nomad is a fantastic pick for this. But recently I've discovered that Nomad is really not that great. I wish the bomb chassis was like upstairs or somewhere else so it wasn't beeping in our ears here. But I've discovered Nomad is not that great. If you put the Nomad air jab right here, it actually won't go off until a player is about here. So they're already in the room and already able to get some angles on you. They might even be able to see from here inside as you're working vertical over there and working on the hatch. They could shoot you from here, and that's just dangerous. If you put the air jab down here, which is my modified version of A. Littleton's plan, is to put the air jab down here. It will stop people, but it won't stop them until they're visible to the air jab, which is about here. And by then, you could actually just sneak through, and the air jab might not even go off. So I'm a little concerned about that. And then this hallway is a problem. You could put the air jab up here by this light, which is a great spot for it. And that will get a lot of people unsuspecting, not looking for it. But it's also pretty easy to just shoot once you can see it. So I've changed my mind, folks. I have changed my mind entirely. I think Nomad is too easily countered. The idea behind Nomad is great. You cover your flanks, and then you work vertical. You work the vert so that you can move people around in sight, so that eventually you can open this hatch, drop down, and go over to the bomb chassis and plant. That's the idea. The idea is complicated by the fact that her flank watch just isn't that good. Now you could argue that, oh well, you don't need a flank watch. Bring Buck, put a teammate on this drone right here, and you can watch your flank from here. Then you can put another teammate on a drone and maybe even put it over here, and you can watch your flank from here, and you could just flip between the two drones. I'm sorry, one of my drones is outside right now, which I should probably bring that in. If I was a better YouTube creator, then I definitely would have preset this up beforehand. But we're working. This is a side job, so you know, you get what you get. So if you have this drone here and this drone here, one teammate can just flip between the two drones and then call out if somebody's coming down pillar or somebody's pushing from white stairs. And of course that is an effective option, but it depends on a teammate watching this drone, and that's one less gun that you have up. Enter Gridlock. I now think Gridlock is the best vertical player there is. The best operator for vert. And I'm going to explain why. Gridlock is able to put out these tracks that can encompass an entire hallway and make it difficult for anyone to push this hallway. You might say, well, yeah, but they're easily shot. Well, so's an air jab. But by shooting the Gridlock traps, you hear it a lot better. That makes just a ton of noise. And so you know from that noise, someone is trying to push my white stairs area, and I can get off my vert and start paying attention to white stairs. I can even wallbang them or whatever I want to do to stop that push. I would put one stinger trap here, just like I did. You can put one here if you want. You could also, if you did a top-down take where you cleared the entire top floor first, because that is something that you know, in a professional play, you would have to worry about this hatch right here, and anybody playing above, and maybe in like Diamond and Champion rank, you'd have to worry about that. But I found from, you know, there's a few people in Emerald who play up here and try to prevent the vertical play, but it doesn't seem to be very common. So you may have to worry about it, but you know, it seems like, you know, you would need a more organized team to do this take anyway, which you would take the skylight, take upstairs, clear that area, come down here, clear here, and then you can put your Gridlock traps, of course, on this staircase, that staircase, and this staircase. And then you're golden. But if it's just you by yourself, then come in through this window right here. You can hop in the window. Of course, drone yourself in. A great spot for a pre-place drone is right here. If you didn't know this, just drop your drone right in here. Kind of difficult to see. You could put it on that side as well, but it just makes it a little bit harder to see, and you can get information on this room. Come over here, drone yourself in, make sure that train room is clear, and you can put your drone right here. A. Littleton showed me this as well in a video, and I do want to at least point it out. You can take this drone, hop it up on top of this bench. You see that little pole sticking on the light? you can actually hop your drone on top of that pole, turn it, hop it up here, and have a nice pre-placed drone in the beginning of the prep phase that sees really everything from the hallway over there to a little bit of mining, all of train, and a little bit of fireplace right here. So it's a very good drone, very useful. You can certainly put it in there, but drone yourself in, hop in this window, take your first set of stingers, and throw them right over here. Now, the reason why I put them over there and not over here is because I want it to expand as much as possible. If it's over here, it will actually expand just a little bit. Oh, I was certain that it was going to expand a little bit further, but it did not. That's fine. This is still a good spot. I was certain that it was going to give us the foot of the stairs there, but I guess not. I guess if you throw it on the foot of the stairs, it would expand around and go up a little bit. So that's interesting. I'll have to play around with that. But the idea is cut this area off. Then you want to cut the white stairs area off. You want to make sure that this area here is impossible for anyone to come through. So let's just put it right here. You do have to be aware. People can hold an angle on you as you're making vertical from back over here. So if you were playing, say, here, or maybe back in the back of train, back of mining rather, over here, this area here is slightly dangerous for you. So, and forgive me, I should have moved that over just slightly. That should be covering this. Maybe even you want to put it right here, and in order to cover this hallway more securely. But if you're worried about people peeking you and you've got this control and you feel safe with peeking out here, just throw that over there. That's going to make it difficult for anybody who is wanting to come in and take shots at you. Sure, they can see you while you're rotating, but you know, I have to step into the tracks over here in order to start peeking into mining. So I'm just kind of cut off. I can still do this. I can still watch this rotate here in between. But if you're gridlock, the beauty of gridlock is as follows. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my rotate. This protects me from people who are trying to ball bang or trying to shoot me from outside that area. And it gives me a path in between where I want to make vertical. Yes, you do have to worry about them from here. So there still is that option of them killing you, but you can move simply back and forth between here and just be aware of that position, and you'll be okay to play over on this side of the map. As you go over to this side, same thing goes. I'm going to make vertical here, but not for the reason of creating a rotate. I said make vertical, but I totally meant open this up. The reason I'm opening this up, and Gridlock's shotgun is just perfect for this, is because now I have an angle down into the kitchen site into freezer. And I can prevent anyone from hopping in and out of this freezer window. I can prevent anyone from playing sinks. That's the sinks position, right downstairs. And that's one less angle that my team has to worry about when dropping this hatch to go plant. The next position that I would take care of, you see this little spot right here? This kind of lines up pretty perfectly. Open up the floor just like this. I now have an angle on the double door between site. And it's an angle that's kind of further back, so that if anyone is creating commotion over there on the kitchen site, all right, let me just show you this. We got time. Let me grab a drone over. That's probably easier. So here's the first angle I made for vertical. The second is about this double door right here, which, look at this. That right there cuts off the rotate in and out of sight. No one is looking up there. If they're coming in this double door, they're concerned with prep. They're concerned with what's in kitchen. If they're going through this direction, they're concerned with freezer. And they're concerned with all the commotion that's going to be going on over here as you're trying to get the plant down behind the bomb chassis right here. And so they will not be looking for this angle. There's two things this angle does. One, it allows you to cut off the rotate in between sight after the plant. So for post-plant, this is the angle you want to play. Two, it gets anybody off of this angle right here that is the kitchen angle, where I would hold here and prevent anyone from coming in the freezer door, which sometimes is opened up. Now, if this isn't opened up, you probably don't have to worry about that, but having this angle just gives you the ability to kill anybody that's right over there. Okay? The next thing that you want to do is we've got to clear, in order to successfully plant here, we've got to clear the guy that's out of this area here, and we have to make sure no one is playing this long area right here, where you can actually get an angle on the freezer door by laying down and looking through here. There it is. There's the freezer door. It's just kind of right like that. And we want to make sure no one's playing this angle here, which is right down below here. So the best thing to do is to back up and make the vert right here. Of course, when you make vertical, be careful. Somebody's going to throw C4 on you. You do need to make yourself, move around a little bit. But having this vertical angle right here prevents anyone from playing by trash. There's the trash cans, so that's trash. Or from playing on the side of K2 or K1. If you didn't know, these here, this is K2 and this is K1. I'm sorry, other way around. This is K1, this is K2. Kitchen 1, kitchen counter 1, kitchen counter 2. So just so you know what these are called. So now you've cleared the people out of that area. So the only thing we have left to worry about are these two areas to stop the plant. One person playing in bunker, who could prevent anyone from dropping in there. I suppose we do have to worry about somebody tucked into freezer, which I'll show you how to clear that out last. And then the last position we have to worry about is the coat check person that I told you would be playing over here, that maybe they get greedy and start to push up and start to take an engagement with you while you're planting or while you're trying to come into the kitchen door, maybe from the stubble door. Okay, those are the last angles we have to worry about. So I'm going to show you first of all, how do we clear the guy out of bunker? You make vertical right about here. And then I'm going to lay down to do this. You don't have to lay down to do this, but I'm going to lay down just so I can get a good clean shotgun hole, because I am shooting with a shotgun. You can actually just shoot this with your AR and open this up. But if I look now, I'm going to show you where my bullets are going. I now have a beautiful view right here into the back of kitchen service. So now I have this fantastic view onto the bunker, or into coffee. And it's called coffee because the coffee cups. So I can kill anybody with this view. You'll get more kills out of this angle than any of the other angles. And maybe after post-plant, you'll get some kills with some people by shooting them in the back. But this angle right here, highly important. You can kill someone very quickly off of there. But I probably wouldn't open that angle up until after this hatch gets open and everybody knows, oh, this is where they're planning on pushing. And then you can open that angle and, just get a surprise kill on somebody. So now you've got it. You've got all the vertical control you need. There's one more spot that you could get vertical on, and that would be right here. And this is the back of the kitchen right here. The back of the freezer right here. So by having this vertical, if you wanted to, you could just pop a shotgun shell there. I don't recommend popping a shotgun shell. I just look right here and just start pre-firing with your big LMG, and you'll probably, if there's anybody playing down there, of course you're droning this, so if there's anybody playing down there, you'll probably get a kill or push them out. And if they push out, you know where they're gonna go. They're gonna go right over to the bunker, because that's where they want to play. And now you've got this angle on them, and you can come over here and kill them in the bunker. So one way or the other, that guy's gonna die. And that's pretty much it from a vertical perspective. Now, play these holes up here. It's your best chance at winning the round. If you have a duo, have your duo play these holes while you can take... Gridlock does still have, I think she still has smoke grenades. I'll check in a minute. But you can take the diffuser down here and plant. You could chuck your smoke grenades over here to smoke off this angle, smoke off this angle. Very important that you smoke this off first. So remember, your vert has kind of protected you from here and from that other angle. So the first thing I might do is chuck a smoke grenade right here. And as you can see, it kind of bounce. I'll do it with a frag grenade. Kind of bounces, puts it right there. So that would take care of your smoke and prevent anyone from being able to peek in there. And then that angle's covered, and you're pretty much safe at this point. At this point, you can come in here, go ahead and get the plant down. You could smoke this off if you wanted to, and you're good to go. A lot easier than if you had to do this whole take over here where you have to get control of this side of the map. You have to open up this window. You have to get somebody over here. You chuck a frag grenade over here to clear the guy in the bunker, because you still have to clear that guy, right? You open up this wall, and you know you're trying to push in. You're worried about the flank from white stairs. You're worried about the flank from red stairs. You're worried about somebody coming out of bakery. You're worried about the coat check person. You got to clear them. You just got to do all this work to clear the map. So many places to clear the map. When with just your stingers, your gridlock stingers, you can cut off everything that's above and prevent, just protect yourself the entire time. Because nobody can push you while you're making these vertical holes. You've got all the holes you need. You've got all the control that you need. And now it's just a simple matter of somebody with a hard breach opening up this hatch so you can drop, come in here, and plant. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this simplifies your Kafe takes. Hopefully this makes it a lot easier for you to play Kafe and you learn something. If you do like the videos here, come check me out on Twitch. I'm streaming on Monday and Wednesday nights. From 11 o'clock Eastern time to 1 a.m. Eastern time. If you're on the West Coast, that's going to be 3 hours earlier than Eastern, so obviously Eastern Pacific. But hopefully you come check me out on there, and you can watch me struggle through different ranks. I'm doing a series right now on my Twitch channel where I'm playing with some friends. We're working on learning the game a little bit better. My friends are working on learning the game a little bit better. And one of them is relatively new to the game of Siege. And so I'll be doing some coaching. And we're playing in mainly the gold ranks right now. So you kind of have an idea of some bronze, some gold, some emerald, some just all over the place. So it's all over the place, but it's still the same exact game. So come check me out on Twitch. And like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.